Here at Dave Campbell's Texas Football, we are proud to partner once again in year 2 with the Helpful North Texas Honda dealers. Our partnership honoring community helpers from across North Texas. Texas is so fortunate to have so many great individuals that give back to their community in so many different ways. And thanks to the support of the North Texas Honda dealers, we're excited to yet again shine a light on some very helpful individuals across the Metroplex. And here to talk about that is the new board president of the North Texas Honda dealers. It is Rob Tharp. Rob, appreciate you stopping in with us.
Thanks for having me.
So first and foremost, our first season with the Helpful Honda dealers was such a success, and we heard so many great things about it. Games in Paris, Rockwall, big rivalry game in Burleson, and we got a lot queued up for the fall. But really, at the end of the day, Friday nights, so much more than just about football that drives it. Can you kind of put into words as far as why this is such a good partner? We know why it's such a good partnership for us. We love partnering with the Helpful Honda dealers. Why is this and connecting with high school football in Texas such a perfect fit for the Helpful Honda dealers?
Well, it's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Texas football is gigantic to begin with. Obviously, It's a culture. But more importantly is a lot of the dealerships that are around town, organically, were doing it on their own.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we had an opportunity to pull our resources together and really do it together as a team, we could do so much more and not have our own staff out there. We could actually team up and have a staff of people and to be able to give back and to drive that into the community. It's been good.
That's fantastic, and we love one of the things that I love about this partnership is the random acts of helpfulness. You guys will just show up and just make people's day, which just makes me very happy. I know that recently you guys were out in Weatherford and you surprised them with some ice cream after practice. Can you kind of tell us what you guys have been up to this summer out in their communities? I know there have probably been a lot of people watching this who have seen you guys around. Can you tell us a little bit about what you guys have been up to this summer?
Sure. So we did some pedicabs to the state fair.
Man.
Yeah.
Dude, as somebody who's made that walk, I'm going to find you guys next time.
We also have a tanker truck. It's real. And we go around and we fill your Honda up. And we've popped into the Rangers game and just gave free haircuts. We remodeled teachers' lounges and schoolrooms. And it just really, truly is random. I actually had a customer the other day called and said, "Hey, where's the tanker truck going to be tomorrow?" And I said, "Well,
that's not how this works."
I said, "Well, it's random acts of so." But it's been fun. We've had a great time with it.
It's been really fun to watch you guys kind of out and about in the community, and I know that's kind of the spirit of what you guys are doing at the Helpful Honda dealers. As far as connecting with Texas high school football, on a Friday night, we talk about how it's just a lot more than just the game. It's a lot more than the 48 minutes that go in between there. How important is it for you guys to make sure you're connecting with the parents and connecting with the fans and the band and all that? We talk so much about football, but it really seems like you guys want to bring the community aspect back into it.
Absolutely. We're deeply rooted. We have a lot of good dealers here in North Texas, and they give a lot to their communities. It means a lot to them. Their kids go to these schools. Obviously, they pay taxes in those cities. But more importantly is it's just about giving back 100%. And, if you've been a part of that fabric and culture, that environment, you know how important it is growing up to the kids. It was to me growing up.
Yeah, and that actually segues very well into kind of, we're getting to know you. You're relatively new on the scene for us. We've talked with your predecessor before as the board president of the North Texas Honda dealers. Before, give people a little bit of background on you and your connection to Texas high school football.
Huge. I was born and raised in this area, and so, started from Pop Warner as you grew up as a kid here in Texas. All your friends, all your buddies, everybody, it was a main stage to get to the high school level, and then when you got there was to hopefully have some success. But we start early. Your father always started you early, and it transitioned all the way up to high school. But when you do get there, it is a culture beyond no other that you can describe, and then just the coaches and everybody that you really get to interact with and help you grow. And
you're a guy who, we hear people talk about, Texas high school football is really, important. It's ingrained in our community. But you understand that. You are somebody who's grown up around it. You're very, authentically involved with Texas high school football. And so I want to talk about the 1994 edition of Dave Campbell's Texas Football while we have you here. If you will flip over to page 139, you will see Louisville Colony, which... By the way, let me have a word with the editors of Dave Campbell's Texas Football. It's the Colony. course.
Okay.
You were a Cougar. This was your senior season, Coach Tommy Briggs. You guys were coming off of a 5-4-1 year the year before. I feel like you guys. Can you give us a scouting report on Rob Tharp, the wide receiver? Let's hear. How would you, as a scout, professional scout, that's fundamentally what you are. How would you scout out Rob Tharp, the receiver?
Slow, soft hands. Vertical's not very good. A lot of heart, but I really had a great teammate. His name was Anthony Tate, and so Tate and I, off season we worked together, but more importantly, he's one of my best friends still today. But he obviously had a little bit more talent than I did, but I would say slow and.
But I think you mentioned a really important point, and something kind of we've been driving at here is that you talk about guys that you have that connection with, guys that you played with that even still 2 to 3 years later you still keep up with. You still those are relationships formed through Texas high school football, and in a lot of ways, tie it back to what we were talking about with North Texas Honda Dealers. That's what it's about. This is such a touchstone in people's lives, and I know that the North Texas Honda Dealers are just proud to be associated with it and to get out in the community to celebrate Texas high school football.
So absolutely. So the fabric that goes into that of the bond that you have, the discipline that's driven in with not only just the coaches but the teachers. Because remember, no pass, no play was just really coming on the scene, getting big back then. So you had to be dedicated to not only your studies, but more importantly the relationships that you developed with your coaches and those guys still today. I could sit here and rattle off names: Mark Asano, Scott Henniger, Mike Lower, Anthony Tate. David Schaefer. These are guys that, it's a brotherhood. And, if I ran into those guys today, and I'm getting a little chills just talking about it and thinking about it, but, you look back, those guys, it transcended what the success that they had as not only as business people, but as fathers, as families. And it's a testament, really is, to how much Texas high school football really pulls together people.
Yeah, and it's why we feel like it's such a great fit to we're happy to partner with you guys, because it feels like the North Texas Honda Dealers are in this for the right reasons. You're in there because you want to get out in the community and help celebrate Texas high school football. He is Rob Tharp. He is the board president of the North Texas Honda Dealers. Make sure you check out their website, ntxhondadealers.com. Rob, really appreciate your time, and we can. Do you have any more eligibility left? We can probably get you out there running some drills if you want.
Well, I said I was slow a couple of times. But, no, I don't think I'm eligible anymore. But okay. I still enjoy watching high school football. In fact, I've got some, believe it or not, as you get these friends, their kids are playing. And so we get to go to chance to go watch them. And it's a little bit of nostalgic, but it's great.
Fantastic. Rob, appreciate you stopping by, and best luck this season.
Thanks. I appreciate it.